Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is marianakebaso. If you're new here, if you're not new here, I'm sorry for the unprompted hiatus. It has been a crazy past few weeks, but I'm excited to be back, and today we're going to talk about propaganda that I'm not falling for and propaganda that I am falling for, with like some life updates mixed in. So let's just go ahead and get into the video. So the first propaganda that I am not falling for is charli XCX. I've talked about this on my TikTok. I made like a whole video on propaganda I'm not falling for, but I had to bring it to YouTube because like that's how hard I'm not falling for it. Like I have to share it with the masses. Like I liked some of charli XCX's music even before Brat. Boom Clap, The Sound of Your Heart. What's another one? She has some like cult classics from like the early 2000s, 2010, like that pop music era. So I liked her music and like didn't really know that much about her, but I liked her music. But with the advent of Brat, I was just rubbed so the wrong way with charli XCX and her trying to paint Taylor out to be like not a girl's girl or whatever when it came time to like charts and music. But the thing is, like, no one should have to like let you get a #1. You should earn the #1 for your album. Like it shouldn't be, oh, Taylor shouldn't release another version. It's just that you should work hard and get the #1. You can see I'm a huge Taylor fan, and people will say, oh, it's shady business practice, whatever, but I'm like, Taylor Swift is a businesswoman. She does not have to be a quote-unquote girl's girl, and to me that's just not the essence of a girl's girl. It's letting other people have a win just because they should have a, like, no, like that's not how the music industry works. And I'm sure that Taylor Swift was not releasing the versions with charli XCX in mind, like, oh, I need to release these versions to make sure that charli XCX doesn't get #1. Taylor Swift had been releasing versions and remixes and live from whatever for a while, all throughout Eras Tour. So it was not unheard of or new or anything for Taylor Swift in general. Anyways, I could go into that whole thing. I could go for a long time. But my biggest gripe with charli XCX is how much she is trying to and is normalizing like the use of hard drugs and cigarette and party culture in her music. Like I didn't know when she was saying bump that, bump that, bump that, bump that she was talking about coke. She's talking about hard drugs. I was like, what? When my friend told me she was like talking about hard drugs, I was like, no way. Like I genuinely thought it was just like a party song. I thought it was like, you know, something fun for the girls, something fun for you know, a dance moment. She's talking about doing hard drugs. And the thing is, like, a lot of kids do not know that, you know, these hard drugs, like, it's not like a little jokey joke or something that you can do for fun, like, you know, when you're young. Like that is real and it messes up your organs, and no, like it is just no, it should not be normalized. It should not be like doing lines on stage or at parties, and it's just so weird to me. I've seen it, I don't like what I see. I'm not falling for that propaganda. And on a similar vein, for me, Lorde, I feel like Lorde is trying to like kind of go down the same trajectory, and it's very upsetting to me and my homegirls. Like I am an OG Lorde fan. I have loved Lorde, hooked, okay, me and Lorde like this, okay. When people left her because the Solar Power era, I was there, okay. Solar Power, my jam. Solar Power is the summer album actually, okay, and it's great. I love Lorde. I should say loved down, because the things that Lorde has been doing lately are just very questionable, and I'm like, what's going on? Because it just feels like it's not her in a way. Like, so with her new, so Lorde is on an album rollout, release, whatever thing right now, so she's promoting her new work, and she was in a magazine. This is one thing that rubbed me the wrong way, apart from like her getting very cozy with charli XCX, who I don't already like. If you don't know me, I am very much, you are who you associate with. So if I don't like someone you associate with, I probably don't like you either. So for me, it's like Lorde, charli XCX being buddy, just like but I could, you know, like you made Pure Heroine, okay, you made Melodrama, you made Solar Power. Oh my god, like I can forgive you for one missed association, right? But on her recent press tour, she was doing a magazine. Lorde in the interview was glorifying a person, Pamela Anderson, I think, her sex tape, and it was just very, that's so weird, that's I can't defend that. I cannot defend that, and I will not come up here and try to defend that. Like that's just weird to me. So like Lorde right now, like this kind of rebrand that she's trying to do for this new body of work that she's about to put out, to me is just propaganda that I'm not falling for. This was the first time that I didn't like jump at Lorde tickets when the tickets came out for the tour, I was like, yeah, I'm not falling for that right now. So I'm gonna wait and see if I actually like the album and what she's saying about, because even in her single, what was that? MDMA. Let's not normalize hard drug use, guys. Let's not do that. Like, I get it, like you're singing about your experience, but there's one thing about singing about your experience and then another thing on it crosses the line where it seems like you are, you know, openly promoting the lifestyle and whatever that you're living. To you know, Charli XCX Lorde have very young fans. Like, if you look at their fan base, it's not like women in their 20s 30s who know, you know, been around the block, seen a thing or two, so they know what they're doing. Like, it's young girls. So I don't like that. Other propaganda, this is like old. I feel like stanleys have kind of fallen off, but stanleys, I'm definitely not falling for that propaganda. I have been a huge Hydro Flask person since they were the trend. Water bottles have, you know, cycled in and out. You know, we have a Hydro Flask, Owalas, what other tumblers? There's just so many that like come in and out. And for me, my Hydro Flask, me and her been ride or die. I can actually show you. Let me show you her, y'all. I don't know where the lid is. I think it's downstairs, but this is my Hydro Flask. She's a little beat up because I definitely do, like, she does fall. She does fall sometimes, but she's still usable. And I actually like with my Hydro Flask that it keeps cold stuff cold and it keeps warm stuff warm. So I can literally put tea in here and she's good and it's hot for like 6 hours. Like, a lot of these other new girls couldn't do that. So I love my Hydro Flask. I'm a big proponent in that, like, you only need one water bottle. You don't need that many water bottles. So I have my Hydro Flask and I will use her until she quite literally is leaking and cannot hold water anymore. So yeah, that's propaganda I'm not falling for. And like I mentioned with concert tickets, I'm not falling for the propaganda of buying concert tickets before the album. I don't know when this became so popular, but I remember because when I was younger, I was literally looking at concert tickets for 1989 when 1989 first came out. There was like 5 or 6 singles out from 1989 before the album even came out, but then tickets were on sale. So you got to see. Did you like what you hear? Did you want to see this live? And I just feel like we have changed, or maybe I'm just not very much into music history, but I feel like there was a time when you could listen to the album and then decide if you wanted to go on tour. Like, I feel like it has not really been mainstream or normal for concert tickets to get sold before the album even comes out. Like, what are we doing, guys? Like, to me, it's just like there's very few artists that I would ever buy their work without hearing it, buy tickets without hearing the album, and that's like Taylor Swift and Beyonce. Everybody else, I have to know what I'm getting myself into, because especially now in this day and age when concert tickets are expensive, like to get a good seat, like if you want to be in the 100 levels like I do, like it's not cheap anymore. It's not like it's $100 to be in the 100 levels anymore. It's like 200, 250, sometimes even 300, 350 to be in the 100 levels. That's a lot of money. So I want to know that I like the body of work before I make a purchase. Like, I'm not gonna make a big purchase like that and not even know if I like the body of work. We're not even going to talk about how much of a bloodbath getting concert tickets is right now, but for me, buying tickets before hearing an album is propaganda I am not falling for. And then the last propaganda that I'm not falling for is going to a prestigious college. I feel like we have not normalized, but it's still very much like forefront in a lot of people's mind that, you know, like all else doesn't really necessarily matter as long as you're going to XYZ prestigious college. But I feel like with recent events, we have especially seen like the rise and the fall of so many prestigious colleges just doing very questionable things. I can't even say too much, but just like colleges acting spineless. It's like, you guys do know who you are, right? You know who you are, right? And it's like, okay, it's, to me, a lot, especially with recent events, a lot of colleges have just lost their prestige, lost their wonder, magic in my eyes. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but that's propaganda I'm not falling for. I personally chose when I was going to undergrad, so I graduated college, yay! So when I was going to undergrad, I chose to go to a less prestigious school in favor of graduating with no debt, and that's something I'm so grateful for. Like, I'm so incredibly grateful that I was able to have that opportunity and to do that, to go to the less prestigious school in favor of less debt. And I was at home, I lived at home during college, which was a blessing to me. I never had to have a freshman dorm room horror story, so I'm grateful for that too. So that's just like me personally, like propaganda I'm not falling for, and yeah. But moving on to propaganda that I am falling for, medical school. So for those of you guys who don't know, or if you're new here or if you've never seen my face before, I want to go to med school and I'm applying to medical school this cycle. I'm gonna be making more videos about it, promise. But yeah, med school, I am falling for the propaganda. I am so excited for my future. Like, just look at this clip from me from graduation.
What do you have to say?
I can't believe that it's over.
Yeah.
It went by so fast.
Okay.
And I've graduated.
Yeah. Okay, but future self, what do you have to say?
Future self, I hope you're not working too hard.
Now, we know who we're talking about.
Well, yes. But we can hope. We can hope.
Okay, okay.
And I hope that you're having fun in med school. Yeah.
Period.
Like, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. And yeah, I just like, when I think of my future, I just get so in awe and so like ready. Like, not that I'm like want to jump ahead, but I'm just ready for like every step of the process. Like, I know it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. That's one thing for sure. One thing for certain, it's not gonna be easy. But like, I don't know, like I'm falling for the medical school propaganda and just like a career in medicine in general. I'm ready. I think I am capable of the career, and I really hope that medical schools see that capability in me, you know. Hey, if you're on an admissions committee, you know, accept me. I'm kidding. I haven't submitted my application yet, but you know, when I do. Other propaganda I'm falling for, matcha. Yeah, I definitely I knew of matcha like before it got super huge on TikTok, but I had never like sat down and like actually bought matcha, not from Costco. Costco matcha sucks so bad. But yeah, so I like knew of it, but I just was lazy in getting to get matcha, and I finally actually bit the bullet to get matcha like right before there was a bunch of tariffs imposed on stuff from Japan. So I thought that was kind of fun that I got the matcha before it got kind of more pricier, and I also was able to get it, you know, before I sold out because getting matcha is a competitive sport in this day and age. So yeah, I love matcha. I have been obsessed with, I made like a London fog Earl Grey syrup, and that's like my favorite combination. I tried to make like a mango ginger, and it's good. Like, don't get me wrong, the syrup is good, but I make it with my matcha. I'm just like like, it's good, but I'm not like falling over my feet to try to make my matcha in the morning. Like, it's just, I'm excited about it, but not that much. So yeah, matcha is something I'm definitely falling for. Other stuff I'm falling for, taking my digital camera everywhere. I got a digital camera. I fell for that propaganda, but it's so fun. Like, I love my digital camera, and whenever I go out with friends, I try to remember to charge it and take it. Those are the two hardest things to remember. Remember to charge it, and then remember to actually bring it when I have an event. But when I do, it's so nice to just have the camera. Like, the camera is such high quality, and it's just a different vibe than your normal phone pictures or even a DSLR picture. Like, it's just different, and it is so nostalgic for me. Like, even just looking back at photos I took like 2 years ago, I can't believe I've had my digital camera for like 2 years. I bought it on impulse right before I went on a trip, and I'm really glad that I did, because I do enjoy taking my digital camera everywhere when I remember to. So yeah. And then delusional confidence. That is the last kind of propaganda that I'm falling for. Just kind of in a sense of like, whatever's meant for me is meant for me and will not miss me. And obviously, like, I'm still working hard. I'm still working towards my goals. I'm still doing this stuff that I want to do, right? But I am definitely big this summer on like trying not to stress on things that are out of my control. They're out of my jurisdiction. Like, it's literally like, oh, that's not my problem. That's actually not my problem, and I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to like stress about it. And just realizing that like, when you're stressing about something, like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're changing the outcome. You're just worrying about something twice. So like, if something does go wrong, okay, you stressed about it, but now you're just gonna stress again when it does go wrong. Or if you stress about it and it goes right, now you just stress for no reason. And I try to think of, my mom has been telling me this for literal years, but I'm trying to like really internalize it more, is that your cells die every time that you're stressed. I don't know if this is scientifically true. My mom, a nurse, has been telling me this for like my whole life. She's like, when you're stressed, your cells die. Like, they just cannot handle the environment that you're putting them in, and they're like, peace out. So you don't want to be doing that to your body and your cells, because you know there's some cells you only make so many of them. Like those neurons, once they're gone, they're gone. That's it. So I'm trying to like have a very worry-free, stress-free summer where I focus on what is in my control. You know, my application to medical school, reading. I have a huge stack of books that I'm reading this summer. Editing, making videos, doing stuff that makes me happy, going out in nature and seeing stuff and painting and hanging out with friends and all this stuff. Like just doing stuff that makes me happy and fulfills me and not necessarily worrying about the rest. Yeah, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and comment down below, and I respond to every single comment, and I had fun making this video. So if you like this video and you like me, stick around. I will be consistent this summer, I promise. I'm thinking of what day to upload. I think we might move to Fridays. I've been uploading on Mondays the past couple uploads, but I think we're gonna move to Fridays because that's just easier or better for me during the summertime, so I can like work on a video in the beginning of the week and get it up by the end of the week. I feel like that's a good balance. But let me know what you guys think. You know, if you have a day you're like, girl, I want your videos on Sunday, I'll be like, okay. Like literally, I'm so I should work on this, but I realized that I am very much easily persuaded. So like if literally one person tells me something like, oh, okay. Obviously not about other stuff, but about some things I'm just like, okay. But yeah, this was so much fun. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I'll see you guys next Friday. Yeah, bye.